Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Cloud, and welcome to my personal VOD reviews of Locals. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at Game 4 of Week 1 of the OP11 Meta, where I played Green Yellow Yamato versus Purple Black Monkey D. Luffy. Here's the deck list that I played in this match, and if you haven't already done so, please go check out the Locals retro video I made that covers this deck list and my overall thoughts on how Locals went this week. Without further ado, let's hop into the game. Final game for Week 1 of the OP11 Meta. I'm playing Green Yellow Yamato versus Purple Black Luffy. Wow, we are actually running the Luffy gauntlet today. Blue Purple Luffy in Game 2, Green Purple Luffy in Game 3, and now Purple Black Luffy in Game number 4. That's alright though. Purple Black Luffy is a deck I'm actually excited for. It's one of the leaders that got a new starter deck, so they also got some new cards, just like my Yamato. I'm curious to see how well Yamato does into the new Purple Black Luffy build. Let's go on to the dice roll here. I'm gonna roll first. And I roll a 6 and a 5, so 11 total. Dang. And my opponent rolls an 8, so I get to pick. Let's see, going against Purple Black Luffy, I kind of want to go second, like I have been. But maybe going first would be better because I can try to just start pressuring their life with early attacks. I don't really know how this matchup's supposed to go, so I think I chose to go first. We'll see. Let's check out our initial hand here. We've got 0 cost, you're the one who should disappear, 2 cost Izo, 1 cost Yamato, 5 cost Momonosuke, and 6 cost Momonosuke. Let's do a counter check. We've got a 3k, and it counts because it is a 0 cost, a 1k, and a 1k. So this brings our total up to 5k counter total. That's not too bad. It's a little unfortunate that we don't see any 2ks, but 5k isn't a bad number at all. Looking at the cards themselves, I'm actually pretty happy with this hand. We've got our 1 cost Yamato Searcher, which means that we'll be able to find out, like, search the top 5 for a potential 2k, or maybe some other Land of Wano card that I might need. So, really happy to see that, but more importantly, it also just serves as a really early attacker, since for Tudon with leader ability, or potentially just attaching Tudon, I can make it a 5k attacker. So, serves 2 purposes, really good card for Yamato, happy to see it in hand. Additionally, I'm also happy to see the Izo. So, similar to Yamato, if I attach Tudon to it, it becomes a blocker. So, early chunk blocker for me if I need it, maybe use it later in the game to have a chunk blocker later, but it's really nice knowing that I have a blocker in hand. And not to mention, this card does give me Banish, so it's a nice early game card for me to proactively do maybe a double attack Banish at my opponent. The other cards in my hand aren't too bad either, considering that I can maybe use the 5 cost Momonosuke to heal 1. Let's say if I play out the Yamato, I can heal it back into life. Or, you know, just have a blocker. Either way, it's good. And then, of course, the 6 cost Momonosuke is a good alternative to Hody Jones. If I go down to 2 life, I'll gain plus 1k on my leader, but also just have a potential rush option later. So overall, it's a pretty good hand. I wouldn't be mad if I, you know, decide to keep this. Yeah, I've got my searchers. Overall, it's looking pretty good. And yeah, I decide to keep it. This is like a near perfect hand for me. If I just had a 2k instead of maybe the Momonosuke blocker, I think it would be a perfect hand. If I need to, I can use the 0 cost event to do a 3k counter. Looks like my opponent decided to mulligan, so we're just going to speed this up. Fist bump to start the game, and we're off. Yep, I chose to go first. Just going to start, you know, trying to attack their life early. Start off by playing the 1 cost Yamato to go searching. And just like I was mentioning, we've got a few good options here, but what I'm really happy to see is just a 2k counter. Looks like we're going to pick up the Kozuki Hiyori 2k counter. I think I'm just picking this over the Izo just because I want to potentially use it to set up my life. Going to my opponent, he goes to 2 Dawn, and they're gonna just attach Dawn and pass the turn. Back to me, I'm at 3 Dawn, draw for the turn. And we drew another Hiyori. Alright, so we've got plenty of counter in hand now. We went from, I think it was just 4k? 5k, up to now, let's see, 8k counter. Pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and attach 8 Dawn and just go a nice big 8k double attack swing at my opponent's life. And they choose to take it. This is good for me. My leader ability is now online. So, not bad. Passing to my opponent, they're now at 4 Dawn. They're gonna tap 4 and play out the Frankie blocker. This Frankie is pretty good. It is a 4 cost, 5k power strike character with 1k counter. That is a blocker and says on play, Dawn -2, you may trash 1 card from your hand, draw 2 cards. In combination with leader ability, that means he gets to set 1 Dawn active and 1 Dawn rested, and he uses that active Dawn to attach to leader and goes 6k at my life, which I just choose to take. It's kind of interesting that I chose to take there. I think if I were to use the 2k counter to get out of it, that probably would have been better, knowing that I have 2 2ks in hand. Because now I'm down to 3. Maybe it's because I was hoping for a trigger or wanting to see 1 card deeper. But I think I should have countered there, actually. Back to me, I'm at 5 Dawn. Looks like I'm going to do a little bit more searching with the 1 cost Momonosuke. Seeing the 4 cost Hiyori is pretty good. I can potentially cheat out the 5 cost blocker if I need to, or the 5 cost Yamato that I actually have in hand. I think I'm good on counter. Pulling out another banish wouldn't be too bad, but okay, I decide to take Yamato. Maybe interesting. Okay, I decide to take Yamato, play it out for 1 Dawn, and go searching even deeper. I see. I think with my hand, I'm trying to find Kikunojo, because I want to be able to use the Hiyori to set up my life with a Kikunojo, but I do not find it, and I end up just taking the 4 cost Hiyori. That's not good. So I go 7k, they block. I use leader ability to attach 2 Dawn, and then go 5k at their life, which they counter out. All good. And I needed a turn. I needed to rest this Momonosuke. It should not be active right now. That's my bad. Forgot to do that. My opponent is up to 4 Dawn, and they play Frankie again. -2, then using leader ability to gain 1 active, 1 rested. And they play out a Law Searcher for 1 Dawn, going even deeper into their deck, searching out a 2k counter Uzohachi. They tap 1 more Dawn and play another Law, okay. Searching another top 4, and they take Beer Luffy. This card is crazy for them, so we'll talk about it if they end up playing it the next turn, but that's a really good card that is key to the Purple-Black Luffy game plan now. They have 1 Dawn left active. Let's see what they do with it. They attach, and they choose to go 6k into life. And here I gave the 2k counter. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, I completely forgot to turn the Momonosuke when I searched. That's not good on my end. Whoops. Sorry, opponent. It's back to me. I'm at 7 Dawn now. I drew, I think, an Izo from the top of my deck. 7 Dawn. They've got 1 blocker, no Dawn up, plenty of cards in hand. I think that's like, I want to say 9 cards in hand. This would be a pretty good turn to drop the 6 cost Momonosuke right now. Just establish it early and start using it to rush at my opponent. But I could use the 3 cost Izo in hand to rest their Frankie blocker and just attach all my Dawn onto my leader and just go for like a big swing. The 4-cost Hiyori is always a play as well. Can maybe heal one of these cards. But looks like we're going to start out with a Momo search. And yeah, I accidentally saw that card. My opponent said it's fine. I'll leave it on top. And finally, I find the Kikunojo. Perfect. So I think that makes my turn a little bit easier. I'm going to tap 2 to play out Hiyori. And pretty obvious here. Just going to take a card from life. It's a Momo Searcher. And set up the Hiyori in life. So I know that the top of my life has a trigger body. Not too worried about getting hit next turn. Or if I just get hit, we'll just gladly take it. This leaves me with 4 Dawn. I start off with the 5k swing with my leader. Then I use leader ability to attach 2 Dawn to Yamato and go another 5k at their life. They give me another card, 2k counter. And then fortunately I have 4 Dawn left, so this is a really good play. Play out the Hiyori, use its ability. I get to cheat out a 5 cost or less, which I'm going to pick is the Momonosuke. Heal the Hiyori into my hand, and let me draw a card off of the Hiyori ability. Really good sequencing there. I'm at 4 life again. I drew a card, and I established a blocker. Back to my opponent. They are now at 8 Dawn. They are going to tap 6 to play out Beer Luffy. So let's pause it right there and take a quick read at this new Luffy card. Very good card for purple black. It is a 6 cost 7k strike character with no counter that says on play and when attacking, Dawn -2. If your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 5 or more Dawn cards on their field, your Straw Hat crew type leader's base power becomes 7,000 until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Very powerful card. So now their leader is a base 7, as you can see there with the die. And so it's going to be like that until the end of my turn, so it's going to be really hard to attack into that. We'll see how we do though. That was 6 Dawn, leaves them with 2 active. Oh, but I forgot about that. Since they minus 2 Dawn, they get to get 1 back active and 1 back rested thanks to leader ability. Okay, really fast attacks here. 2 into 0. That's just going to give it away. And then 2 into 0 again. Just going to let that die as well. Getting rid of my Yamato and my Searcher Momo. I think I should have blocked one of those attacks, actually. Because I had the Momonosuke blocker. But alright, we're going to go 8k at my life. So this is a little bit unfortunate. Because I did heal, this is not going to be the trigger that I set up earlier. But, oh well, I get the 2k counter back in hand. Pass back to me. I go up to 9 Dawn. I drew a Kikunojo from my deck. I have plenty of cards in hand as well. I've kind of lost track of how many counter I have. I have to take a look at my hand. But my opponent is down to 7 cards in hand, it looks like. 2 life, 1 blocker still. And they're at 7k power, which is really difficult for me to deal with right now. They also have 2 Dawn up, so could be a Gum Gum Giant. Yeah, pretty rough. Okay, let's actually, while I'm spreading my hand here, I'm gonna do a quick counter check to see how much I have. See, 2k, 2k, 1k, 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 and 3k. Alright, so we are stacked. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 11k counter in hand. So in terms of defenses, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Yeah. I think this would be a pretty good turn to maybe set up the Momonosuke. But I do have Hiyori and Kikunojo in hand. The fact that I move Hiyori to the front and the Kikunojo to the front there probably is an indication that I want to set up a second Kikunojo into life. I know the top card of my life right here is Kikunojo. So with Hiyori, I can always take the bottom card of my life, put that into my hand, and then put Kikunojo on top so that I have 2 Kikunojos. Plus, I am at 9 Dawn, so I have enough Dawn here to do so. We're gonna start with a 6k, but I forgot my opponent is actually at 7k, so he let me take it back. Alright, we're just gonna say 8k to my opponent, and they give me a 2k. Yeah, I think I'm low-key realizing right now that was a bad misplay. Because I just used the 2 Dawn that I was thinking about using with Hiyori. Okay, it looks like I'm going for it. Yeah, if I take the bottom, it is 2 cost Izo. And I set up another Kikunojo in life. But you can see now I'm only at 4 Dawn, which means I can't even use 6 Dawn to play out the Momonosuke. I could have done that if I didn't attach 3 Dawn to Yamato. So that was a pretty big misplay. I do have 3 Izos in hand now. So with 4 Dawn, if this is what I was going to do, I probably should have used the Dawn to play out an Izo. Alright, we're going to use 1 Dawn to play out Momonosuke, and this time I properly tap my Momo. What are we going to find? And we choose to go with the 2k. Alright. And then with my final 2 Dawn plus leader ability, I'm going to attach 4 Dawn to my Yamato. And we're going to go a 7k at my opponents, which they choose to take. Yeah, I think that sequence was not good. I think I could have definitely played that a lot better. Sorry, quick pause. I'm at 9 Dawn, right? I have 6 cost Momonosuke in hand, I have Hiyori in hand, and I have Kikunojo in hand. So for 6 Dawn, I could play out the 6 cost Momonosuke. This would result in a potential 8k rush. And establish that body, 8k rush, and later on, potentially translate into my leader being a 6k. That leaves me with 3 Dawn left. For 2 Dawn, I could have gone Hiyori, and that would have let me set up the Kiku in life. And I mean, I would have drawn, it also resulted in me a 1k counter back, so that could have been done. I mean, you can see that I'm playing that there. I now have 2 Kikus in life if I had done that. So you can see 2 Kikus in life, 8k rush on the board, and a blocker. It would have probably put my board state in a lot better state. With the 1 Dawn remaining, there's not much I can really do, but I can just maybe leave that up for a potential counter. So, 1 Dawn for a counter event maybe. And I probably should have used the Yamato and my leader to attack at the 2 rested laws just to get them out so that he doesn't have smaller like 5k swings with them. So I think that would have been a better sequence than what I did here. I tried to make the most of it with a search at least. I still have plenty of counter in hand. So yeah, we'll see if that works out for me. My opponent taps 8 Dawn. They're at 10 Dawn now, sorry. And they play out the new Katakuri blocker. Let's take a look at that one as well. This blocker is insane. Oops, misspelled it. There we go. Katakuri is an 8 cost, 8k power strike character with no counter. It's a blocker and says end of your turn. Set up to 2 of your Big Mom Pirate type characters with a cost of 3 or more as active. Then add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. So really annoying blocker. He can attack with it every single turn and it's just going to restand itself to be a blocker again. Very good for him. My opponent's then going to use 2 Dawn to play Gum Gum Lightning to KO my Momonosuke. Minus 2 Dawn, he gets 1 back rested and 1 active. Then he uses his Laws to do some small hits at my 0 cost characters, which I take. Then he starts with a 7k swing at my life, which I take and trigger out the Kikunojo. Then goes with another 7k swing at life, which is another Kikunojo. So at least I got the trigger bodies out. And so now I have some attackers that I can use to maybe try to close out the game. I think I'm feeling the pressure now because, yeah, I am only at 1 life. They have a significantly big board, 2 blockers, 1 Dawn Up, and their 7k leader. It's not looking too hot for me, even though they're at 1 life. I don't see Hody Jones in hand either, I don't think. Yep. So can't even rest the blockers. We go up to 10 Dawn, I tap 6 to play the Momonosuke. So now that I'm at 2 or less life, my leader is now a 6k attacker on my turn. I still have a lot of counter in hand, but the situation's looking pretty bad since them being a 7k leader throws me off a lot. I have to invest a lot of Dawn just to attack into it. So it would be like 1 Dawn here, 1 Dawn here, and 1 Dawn here to be able to attack into it. That's already 3 Dawn, leaving me with 1 Dawn. I could use leader ability actually, so this could be, you know, 8k, then maybe 7. But that would only leave me with 2 Dawn, and I can't even put down a blocker, so. Alright, we're gonna start off with 8k using leader ability on Kikunojo. That's a terrible 8. They're gonna take it. Alright. That puts them up to, I think, 7 cards in hand. We're gonna do another 8 at my opponent's life. They give me a 2k counter. We're gonna do another 8. And they're going to block, giving me a 1k counter from hand. You can see that I'm swinging 8 here. I'm trying to apply the small strategy I've been using against the 6k power leaders like green purple Luffy and blue purple Luffy, which is swinging about just 1 to 2k higher than their power. So just trying to like have them overcommit, but purple Luffy does have a lot of 1ks and 2ks, which is making it hard. This is another 8k swing since I used Momonosuke's ability to detach 2 Dawn and it gains 1k power, which they choose to give me 0 cost event for. So that's pretty good. It means that they might be low on, you know, 1ks and 2ks, but I didn't deal with their board at all. I have a lot of counter in hand, but they have 4 swings coming at me, really big swings as well. Let's see. Sorry, let's go back. Let's see how many counter I have in my hand. 2k, 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 1k, 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 3k, and I believe that's another Ezo, so that's going to be a final 1k. So what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 15. 15k counter in hand. Hopefully that's enough to help me stay alive. I mean, I do have 1 life here. Could be another counter. But yeah, that's this is gonna be a lot to get through. I'm gonna be burning a lot of cards in hand. Sorry, brain lag there. It's a good thing they don't have a card like Pudding right now to deplete my hand. Like they're doing some Dawn math. They have 4 attacks, potentially even 6 attacks if they decide to attach 3 Dawn to their laws, but that would reduce the amount of power on their other swings. Oh my goodness, they play the 6 cost secret rare Rush Luffy from EV02. Let's take a look at that one. this Luffy has been really powerful. It's a 6 cost, 7k power strike character with no counter, and it says if your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 5 or more Dawn cards on the field, this character gains Rush. When attacking, once per turn, return 2 of your active Dawn to your Dawn deck, set this character as active, then add the top card of your life to your hand. So essentially, it's a double Rush at me with this card. At first I was feeling comfortable, 15k counter I can maybe defend out of the 4 hits, but now I have to defend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings coming at me, and they're all really high power. So, yikes, no longer feeling confident. I'm gonna start off with a 7k swing at life. I have to give up 2 cards here. They're using Luffy's ability to Dawn -2 and give their leader +2. I give up a 2k and a 1k to get out of this one. Down to 12k counter in hand. Let's just keep a track here. So I went 15. Now I'm down to 12. They're going to start off with a 7k swing with the Rush Luffy. This is going to be another 2 cards from hand. I'm trying to figure out the math right now, seeing how much power they have left. I mean, they only have 3 Dawn active, so give up another 2k and a 1k, so this brings me down to 9k counter in hand. They go another 7, so it's another 2k. I'm down to 6. They go 8. I take it. And finally, they go 9 at me. So with 9k, I have to get up to 10, and unfortunately, I do not have the counter for it. I have perfectly... Sorry, let's pause it real quick. I have perfectly 9k counter. Yep. It's unfortunate. Oops. Messing with colors here. That's 3k. I have to trash 1 card from hand, which is going to be this Izo, and then just use the Hiyori for 1k. So that's 9k. Unfortunately, 9 to 9 doesn't work. If it was a 2k counter, I might have lived there. Unfortunate. Yeah, that burned through my hand very quickly. Sorry, let's do this again. We had a total of... Let me go back here. I think this was the turn, right? Yeah. 2k, 2k. Yeah, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in hand, and the way they swung at me was... actually, I need to go to the next... Yeah, so here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in hand. They really have to just reduce my hand size here. And they went... actually, let's go right here when they play out the Rush Luffy. Yep. So we'll start there. They did 7. They did 7. Then they did a second 7. And they did 8. And then they did 9. So you can see that the way they were attacking reduced my hand size a lot. The 7 means -2, so I'm down to 6 cards in hand. 7 means -2, I'm down to 4 cards in hand. 7 means -2, so I'm down to 2 cards in hand. And once they swung 8 at me, I don't have 2 2Ks to get out of it, so I have to take the hit. I'm up to 3 cards in hand, and finally with a 9k swing, it is a little risky. If I have 2 2Ks and a 1k, I would have gone out. But unfortunately, all I had was the 0 cost event and a 1k counter. So, unfortunate, but they did it right. This is a really good sequencing here. Very good ladder swings. Attacking low, burning cards from hand. Nothing much I could do there, even though I had a lot of counter. But, yep, that was pretty much it for this match. I think the one misplay I had was that bad sequencing I did around my 9 Dawn turn. Yeah. Don't know if that was going to affect the rest of the game, but oh well. Let me know in the comments if you think I should have done any different, or if you saw any other misplays. I will say that not tapping my Momo Searcher was really bad. They could have attacked into it, reducing the amount of searches I have by 1, but it didn't affect the outcome of the game too much because they still took it in the end. GG's to my opponent, and that's gonna do it for game 4 of week 1. I'll see you in next week. Until next time, remember, keep your minds fresh and your spirits free. See ya!